Assalamu alaikum. Hello. Welcome to Before You Mix Anything, a free foundational class on skincare formulation for African skin. My name is Dr. Rashida Imam. I am a medical practitioner and the founder of Rhea Skin and Label.ng. Today we are going to take a look at how to protect you from damaging skin. When I say this, I mean either your skin or your client's skin. This is because whenever you formulate a product, you test it on yourself or the people around you first before you move on to sell it. Actually, most skincare products fail before they ever touch the skin. Not because the person meant harm, not because the ingredients were fake. They fail because formulation was approached without understanding the rules. If you are watching this, it means that you are at a point where you want to stop guessing and start understanding. And that is exactly what this session is designed to do. This is not a DIY class. It is not a shortcut to silent skincare. It is a foundational lecture designed to protect skin, protect formulators, and correct dangerous misinformation. Now let's have a look at the skincare problems in Nigeria. Across Nigeria and many parts of Africa, skincare formulation has been reduced to social media instructions. People are mixing formulas without understanding the skin. You know, the influencer always asking you to buy this ingredient, mix this ingredient, package and sell. The result is not skincare, it is damaging the skin. All of us can attest to this. Before, we don't have that many cases of acne, hyperpigmentation, you understand, sunburn. We don't like, we are living in peace. I know there are other factors, but I am telling you, skincare, topical skincare products are one of the major problems. If we are to have like 10 random adult women to stand in this room, you'll find out that five of these women are suffering from hyperpigmentation from different causes, from bleaching creams, from the sun, post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, from acne, chemical peel burns, etc., etc. And then you will find like three or four of these women with acne. Acne from different types of acne, comedonal acne, nodulocystic acne, maybe fungal acne, etc., etc. And then you'll find out that two of them have increased skin sensitivity, not because they don't have due to barrier damage. You understand? So maybe at least you can find a single woman out of these 10 without any topical skin concern. So this is all the result of DIY skincare product. I'm telling you. Now, social media recipes are causing harm, are causing burns and hyperpigmentation. Yes, organic products are damaging the skin barrier. Well, most organic skincare in Nigeria, I'm not saying all, most organic skincare in Nigeria are not organic to begin with. Like, they don't even know the definition of organic. Like, seriously, you see chemical, kacha kacha, you understand? Chemical everywhere, like not just your regular chemical, but very harsh chemicals with very high pH. Like, oh my gosh. So let's keep this before it takes a lot of our time. Trial and error is replacing education. Yes, of course. You'll hear many beginners come to you complaining that my formulation was like my product was fine at first, then suddenly it changed. Of course, a client comes to you and bought this face wash today, but then tomorrow she use it, it is completely different. She keep insisting that this is not the same face wash, and you are saying that it is the same face wash. It is not, my dear. Formulation, let's say for example, let's take for example, if I give you a recipe with 1.5, let's say I added cetyl alcohol 1.5 gram, and then you went and added 1.7 gram. That 2 extra grams has changed the whole formula, my dear. The texture will change. So this is something you will never know unless you learn how to formulate properly. So they will come to you and be like, my product was normal at first and then it changed. So what happened? What happened is that your pH was never stabilized. The ingredients were never compatible with each other. The emulsion was unstable or the preservation has failed. So either of these, can happen, can be the reason. So formulation is not about how the product looks today. It is about how it behaves over time. So stability is everything when it comes to formulation. Let's have a look at why most skincare formulations fail. Most skincare formulations fail because skin biology is ignored. Please, I don't want to scare you. If you are not a science person, like you didn't study science, I don't want to scare you, but this biology, if you are going into skincare formulation, it's very important that you learn it. And I want to assure you that it is not very deep. It is not some deep course. It is something you can study in a day and understand it fully, because we are not going deep inside like some kind of medical student. No, we are only giving you what you need to know, exactly what you need to know. So do not be scared. For you to formulate for if you want your formulation to work, you need to understand the skin. Two, ingredients are chosen emotionally, not scientifically. So are you just following trend? If you had like alpha arbutin is doing a great job, then you just go ahead and grab it and add it to your formulation so that on the sticker, on the label, you write with alpha arbutin, and then people will rush to buy. But what? Is your ingredient compatible? Understand what is the bioavailability of your product. So there is a lot to just, chasing trends. If you look at all these major companies, they are not chasing trends, and yet they are the ones setting the trend. I hope you get. Just get a very good formula, create a very good formula, and it will boost out. You understand? Three, there is no understanding of pH, preservation, and stability. Let me tell you, pH is extremely important if you are formulating skincare products. It is of extreme importance that you don't want to, play with it. Then preservation, of course, and then stability. So all this is something you can learn fully in our paid course. Formulators jump into strong actives too early. I think you all know this in the back of your head that formulators, even you want to start with acne products, hyperpigmentation treatment, and stuff. This is it. We tend to become greedy, but the real thing is you need to start step by step. A baby is not born walking, is that right? So even I start with body butters, and you understand, then hydrating serums, and eventually we grew up to where we are today. So you have to work slowly so that you understand each and everything. Do not kill your brand before it's time to shine arrive, because formulation without knowledge is experimentation on human skin. If you keep experimenting on your client's skin, they will not trust you. And if they don't trust you, your brand value will drop. And if it drops, it dies. So be warned. So let's move on to understanding African skin. African skin has a higher melanin activity. It responds strongly to inflammation, develops post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation easily, and is stressed by heat, humidity, and harmattan. This means aggressive formulations backfires. Now, do you know that even like if you, let's take for example, you formulated a face wash, that face wash, if it causes irritation, that irritation will lead to inflammation under the skin, even if you don't see it. So that inflammation will eventually lead to hyperpigmentation on the face. That brightening moisturizer you created and sell might cause hyperpigmentation, not because of the sun, but because of the irritation that hyperpigmentation cream is causing inside the skin. So formulas on themselves backfire. This is because African skin is very fragile when it comes to hyperpigmentation. This single insect. Let's take for example, what insect is popular in Nigeria? Mosquito. When you get a mosquito bite, it will cause inflammation, whether you see it or not. It will cause inflammation, and then inflammatory cells will go there to help you, and melanocytes will also rush there to help you generate color and mend the problem. But then, whenever they left a dark mark indicating that they were there. So eventually, before you know it, you will have a lot of dark spots all over your face or all over the body. So this is how inflammation forms on African skin. So understanding African skin will help you create a better product that will work best for African skin. I hope you understand. So moving on, let's look at skin types and skin condition. Skin type is a genetic, while skin condition is situational and can get better. When we say something is genetic, it means that you cannot change it. So let not a client comes to you and say, I have oily skin, please give me something that will make my skin normal or dry. No, you can only give them something that can control it, but not manage it. But when it comes to skin condition, you can actually help with acne treatment, hyperpigmentation treatment. If the skin is extremely dry, you can help with, hydrating formulas that can bring back the skin to life. There is another advanced skin typing, which you can identify skin types that, can easily get burned by skincare product or by the sun. Skin types that can easily get damaged and, irritated, etc., etc. This is something we'll learn in our advanced course. So let's move on to what formulation really means. Formulation actually means to select ingredients by function, not by trend. Now, let me warn you about something. You see these cosmetic raw material vendors, not all of them are certified. You shouldn't buy just from anyone because some of these vendors and they mix your product. You just go and buy xanthan gum, but that xanthan gum is mixed with corn flour. You understand? So, because they didn't study chemistry, neither they were in the science line, they know nothing about it. They are just there to make money. So they think, why not mix this and sell to a lot of people and make, huge profit. Another time you want to buy an oil, but this oil, is light sensitive. Light sensitive shouldn't be displayed in transparent bottles, but it is put in transparent bottle and even displayed under the sun. All the ingredients inside that oil has already evaporated, leaving you with an empty oil with no benefit. So even if you formulate with this oil, you're not going to have all the benefit that comes with it. You just added oil with not an empty oil, in fact, my sister. So please take note. Know who you buy your cosmetic raw materials from. It's very important to your formulation. We'll also provide you with list of authentic raw material suppliers when you registered for the full course. Another thing is to ensure compatibility of the product, and number three, control your pH, then preserve against microbes and create stable, repeatable products. When I say repeatable products, what I mean is that sometimes, when you formulate a product, you cannot formulate it again. Your clients are dying to get that badge, that same product. But if you give it to them, they will say, no, this is not the same product. No matter the packaging, it has changed. This simply means that you are just mixing ingredients, not formulating. So we teach you how to formulate and on your formulas in this paid course. Let me give you a conceptual example of a simple formulation thinking. How to think like a formulator for a minute. Imagine you want to create a gentle, hydrating gel cleanser for melanin-rich skin. So as a professional, you are not just going to start by listing ingredients, you understand? You are going to start with the skin goal. Since you are creating a hydrating gel cleanser for melanin rich skin, you know that melanin rich is, prone to inflammation and etc. 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 So you are going to choose a mild surfactant system, which you know what surfactant is, right? Surfactants are the ingredients that cleanse the skin. They are the ones forming the bubbles you see in face wash. So which surfactants? We have a lot of them out there in the market. So you have to choose wisely. Which surfactant should I use that will not irritate the skin and cause harm and do harm than good? Then you also come to some humectants. Which humectant should I choose that will blend with this face wash? So should I go with glycerin, panthenol, ceramide, etc., etc.? Then choose a skin-friendly pH. Since you are creating something gentle for the skin, then you need a gentle pH, let's say a pH of 5 to 5.5. Now, after that, you need to find a preservative system that will work in synergy with the ingredients that you select. You understand? So this is how a formulator thinks in brief. In the full course, we will build a complete system step by step and explain why every ingredient is present. So let's take a look at ingredient rules. Every formula needs a humectant, ingredient that attracts water on the skin. And then emollient, ingredient that softens the skin. Then occlusives, ingredient that reduce water loss on the surface of the skin. Then lastly, preservatives, which are ingredients that prevent product contamination. If you remove one, the product fails. This is to say whatever product you are formulating, let's say you are formulating a kojic acid face cream, this face cream must contain all these ingredients before the kojic acid. This is to make your product more barrier friendly and good for the skin. Another major misconception is believing that one good ingredient guarantees a good product. While ingredients do not work alone, they work in systems. Salicylic acid without proper pH control is ineffective. Niacinamide without barrier support can irritate the skin. Botanical extracts without preservation become contaminated. So a product is only as strong as its weakest interaction. Professional formulation is about balance, not strength. So I hope you will keep this in the back of your mind. Lastly, let's look at beginner safe versus dangerous product. Beginner safe product you can formulate a hydrating toners and simple moisturizers. Dangerous for beginners are whitening creams, or lightening creams, acne treatment with strong actives, chemical peels, or organic preservative-free product. Let me be very clear. You see this preservative-free product. If you formulate water-based products without proper preservation, you are putting people at risk. Natural does not mean safe. Essential oils do not preserve products. Vitamin E does not prevent microbial growth. So preservation is science, it is not an opinion. A product that looks fine today can become dangerous in a few weeks. So this concludes our lecture for today. Thank you so much for joining this class. Tomorrow, God's willing, we are going to formulate a simple hydrating toner live formulation in class. So I can't wait to see you tomorrow. If you have any question, please feel free to write down in the comment section below and I will respond as soon as possible. Thank you. Bye-bye.